And so the calm before the storm. A game this so engraved into sporting history. These two teams have squared up so many times before. It is a rivalry whose significance has never been diluted and never ever will be. All stemming from that simple dread at the very idea of losing each to the other. Everyone here is obliged to win. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So, it is time to let them at it.
Well, it's certainly going to be huge, Peter. The demands, both physical and mental, on these players out there will be massive, and there's going to be a big responsibility on both captains to keep the players in check. We need talkers to ensure that everyone plays the game, and not this occasion.
The action has already started. This easily the most keenly anticipated of today's games.
Well, having experience of games like this, Peter, getting the balance right between aggression and discipline.
And a chance! Superb goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Marquinhos is fouled. Rijkaard. Oh, Red, nice interception. Gullit. Tries to play it through.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Ibrahimovic might just make this. Thuram. Chelsea do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Yildiz. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Xavi Alonso. Mateus. Pele. And he's being shifted off it. Gullit dominates aerially so often. Rummenigge. And it's Gullit. Yildiz. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, they've got it again. And here's Platini. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, they could break here. Now it's Owen. Yildiz. Oh, important interception. Neymar. Mateus. Rummenigge.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And this is Pele. Well, we expected better, and so did he. And here's Ibrahimovic. Cross into the box. A mighty effort! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
Marquinhos. Yildiz. Plays it through. Neymar. Rummenigge. He's in space and looking for options. Neymar. Oh, what a climb! He scored! They have come roaring back!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams, a fairly...
Great chance! Goal! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Chelsea take the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
That's an excellent interception. Neymar. Chelsea have hit a quick-fire double here and are 2-1 up. What a comeback. Pull it, and it's Scholes. Pele. Ibrahimovic. Oh, easy pickings there. And here's Owen. Scholes. Now it's Scholes. Picked out brilliant. Owen! Oh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes. Oh, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. The midway point of the game.
Oh, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Chelsea are leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time.
45 and we're well on top. Let's look forward to more to come in the
Here
second
we go
half.
again. And here's Owen. Platini. Cannavaro does really well to win the ball there. Pull it. And it's Scholes. Now it's Owen. Now that's well seen too. Pull it. Xavi Alonso is the team's great visionary. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Short changes him with that pass. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
That has been slung wide. Serginho going face-to-face with his great rival. And here's Owen. Played out towards the right wing. That is lovely. And a shot! Mateus. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Pele. And Mateus. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Platini. Cross deflected behind for a corner.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
He rises! Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Rijkaard wins the duel this time. Played out wide. Platini. Threads one in.
Arsenal really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Decent chance! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Ibrahimovic has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Substitution on the field. Number 6.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Number 23. Xabi Alonso.
Oh, he's shot a goal! Oh, he's come off the upright.
Number 4.
Arsenal have the chance to go the other way.
Substitution in progress.
Royce going full tilt down the left. He's found a way through. He's had it taken off him. Cannavaro. Oh, can he get onto this? Chelsea perhaps contemplating their next change here. It's a promising position. Oh, well played. Rijkaard. Beckenbauer. Turns back here, probably the best option. Into the last quarter of an hour.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And he was quick to react. He can run onto that. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Beckenbauer. Scholes. Oh, this is a very good run. Oh, good spread. Palmer. Beckenbauer tries to pass it through. David Villa, his real chance! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Terrific header! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
All hands on deck for this one. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Look at the space here. Chance, surely! Desperate defending required here. And he gets rid in a hurry. No way through, so back it comes. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, that was vital.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Now it's Pelé. He's picked his way through. And he's only two hands. Takes a shot! And yes, it's there! And there's the goal they've been looking for. And the referee brings it to a close. Chelsea have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. So there it is. What struck you most about that? Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The action has already started. Vieira cuts it out. Edwin van der Sar, such a calm, composed keeper.
He is one of the first sweeper keepers, Peter, because his feet are almost as good as his hands.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Toure was in no mood for any of that. Now, can they get him away? That's a shade optimistic. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, that's well spotted. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Crunching tackle. That's very neat. Semenyo!
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in.
Xavi Alonso. Now that looks a decent ball. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Out to the left it goes. Now it's Pelé. He's found a way through. Looking to play him in. Xabi Alonso. Out for a throw. Now it's Pelé. Xabi Alonso receives it in a wide position. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Bullet gets on the end of things as a matter of habit. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, easy pickings there. Chelsea yet to have an attempt on goal. Ibrahimovic. Pelé. Xavi Alonso. Pelé. Pelé. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it's Neymar. And he was alert to it.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And he welcomes it in. There's the shot! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Neymar. Pelé. Xavi Alonso. Pelé.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Xavi Alonso. Pelé. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Pelé really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Hullet. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Mbappe. He's a sharp little ball here. Could move up a gear here. No, that's been intercepted. Now it's Semenyo. Vieira does well to get it back.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And the first 45 minutes are up. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Reflections on the first half?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
With the father of a boy
After 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time.
Substitution on the field.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Number 11.
Both sides defensively robust up to now.
Coming on the field, number 10, Romario. Number 24, Rivaldo.
Thuram.
Rayon have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Knocks it into space. Thuram. Vieira. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Semenyo! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Rivaldo. Nicely shaped ball. And here's Romario. Foot in.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And the ball's gone astray. Tries to play it through. And shifted it to the flank. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Can he get on the end of this? Xavi Alonso. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. And that's put paid to a promising move.
The attendance
There's
for
some
this
great
match
running on
was
show here, but ultimately there was no way
28,599.
through. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pele can see things others simply cannot. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Semenyo goes on a run down the left wing. Gullit, nice interception, well timed. Semenyo, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those shapes to shoot. Pele. Now, what about a counter-attack? That is good alertness. And it's Gullit. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Gullit. Oh, that looks a good ball through. Can he finish? He scores! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Chelsea have taken the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And that is a little undercooked.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here. A look. Can he finish? It's run loose. Oh, it's fallen loose again! And he hits the net! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. Chelsea are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And a chance! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
And how decisive might that prove, Peter? It really would have put the wind in their sails if they were just one down, as opposed to two.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. And that's gone loose. Oh, good take, Romario! And there's his chance to lead the counter. And that has left him in a heap. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see it. And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Yeah.
Blitz! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, this guy Pedro Neto is a real football.
Great chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Chelsea are looking to go forward now. Vieira. Now it's Mbappe. Little pass back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Kola. Now it's Hullet. And that could set him on his way. Brilliantly cut out. Messi. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Cannavaro gets across to intercept that. Rummenigge. Aims beyond the defence. Rummenigge. Oh, well played. Chelsea yet to have an attempt on goal. Xavi Alonso is always looking to break lines. Chelsea finding their passes. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, no joy this time. And now the breakaway.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's...
And Hullet! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Messi. Xavi Alonso tries to play it through, and he plays one through. He is through here! Van Dijk did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Hullet. It's a really well-measured ball. Now it's a loose touch and the ball is anyone's. Pedro Neto really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Pedro Neto looking to play him in. Pedro Neto. Vieira. And it's Messi. 30 minutes gone. Xavi Alonso. shifted it to the flank. Roberto Baggio. Messi. Oh, smashing header! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Turan. Rummenigge. Now, can they get him away?
Pretty robust defending.
Goes down, but nothing given. Vieira. And here's Mbappe. Tries to pass it through. Quality ball. Threads, tries a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And he cuts out the supply. No, that's been intercepted. Pedro Neto is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Roberto Baggio. And it's Baggio. Now it's Mbappe. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, well played, well played. Koller.
There will be 1 minute
Played out to
time.
the right. That's Turan. Pedro Neto looking to get on the end of this. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. And there's the end of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. The midway point of the game.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
Have a chance today, please take
After
some time
45
out to
minutes,
give
it
your
is
support
still
to our
goalless.
stadium
A
fund.
change perhaps after half-time. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Oh, nicely intercepted. Now he's got space here. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And now they can spring out of defence. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Messi. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though.
Bullet! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, it actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
This is their second corner of the game. And he was alert to it. Knocks it into space. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Mbappe. Rodri kept his eye on it, and he's there. So what can they make of this? Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. Araujo is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Nicely weighted ball. Pedro Neto with the foul.
Substitution on the field. Number 21.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Number 13, Jan Koller. Number 7, Pedro Neto. Number 17.
And it's slung out wide. Saka might just make this.
Number 9, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Number 4.
And still, we await the first breakthrough.
Number 20, Bukayo Saka. Number 22.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Good read, needed to be.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Roberto Baggio is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Chance for a shot! Decent enough try.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Can he get it through? Saka is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Can he finish? He scores! And that could well be the winner.
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Vieira. And they can counter here. Looking for options for movement. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. There's the shot! It's in! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Substitution on the field, number 16.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. So that's 2 now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it. Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Pass is just off target. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Oh, that was vital. The message is clear, none shall pass. Picked out brilliantly. There's a sharp little ball here. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Mateus, and the through ball. Big header! Luis Suarez, he just has something! He's got himself an absolute peach. Deep into injury time! Certain, searing and imperious.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking them up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Chelsea give themselves a chance of a and the shot! Really well taken goal. They have stolen level at the last.
I think you have...
And there goes the final whistle. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Luis Suarez voted... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And already we're underway here. And he's cut it out. That's good vision. That has been cut short. And we have our very first corner. Nedved goes short. Nedved. Chelsea have the chance to go the other way. Pele threads one in. He's chosen to go back. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Peter, if you're looking for a defensive blueprint, then look no further than Alessandro Nesta.
There's nothing he hasn't got, is there?
As complete a stopper as I can remember, he just loves to defend and he's always willing to put his body on the line. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play.
Luis Suarez! Well, that is commitment to the cause. Milan have their second corner now. Nedved with the short one. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Now it's Luis Suarez. Xavi Alonso.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
That looks a good ball through. Pelé. Cristiano Ronaldo. Chelsea still without a single shot on target. He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Luis Suarez. And it's Cruyff. Oh, easy pickings there. Ibrahimovic. Guti. Now it's Hunnit. And this is Luis Suarez. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And it's Ibrahimovic. Chelsea looking to pass their way through. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Milan trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Pull it. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Shot it goal! Cruyff, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Pelé. Half an hour played now. Ibrahimovic.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Played out to the left flank.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Nedved. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Vieira. Cannavaro. Chelsea disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Now, can they get him away? Ibrahimovic. Nedved. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Ibrahimovic. Nicely spread. And he's there to make the challenge.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Xavi Alonso turns back here, probably the best option. And the counter is on. Pelé knocks it into space. Vieira. And the ball's gone astray. This might spell danger. Nedved. And we hit half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Reflections on the first half?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. That gets things going for the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Pele. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Real chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
So, third corner of the game. They've played it short. And here's Nedved. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. And now they can spring out of defence. And he's picked out the run. A lot of space ahead of him. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Pele picks it up out wide. And they've got a throw. Now it's Pele. Great vision. Cristiano Ronaldo under intense pressure.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Ibrahimovic. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Tries to get it clear. Luis Suarez.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. And it's Bergomi. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, that's clever. Not the most accurate pass. And that's put paid to a promising move. Nedved conjures time and space where few can. Cannavaro. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Looking to play him in. Xavi Alonso. Pele. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pele. Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Vieira. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bergomi. Here's Vieira. Passes short and sharp. Can he spark a counter here? Well, that pass isn't the best. Oh, it's come loose. And this is Hullet. And Hullet! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Hullet is offering a wry smile there.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 10.
So their fourth corner of the game.
Numero 9. Numero 20. Numero 7. Luis Suarez.
And it's been taken short. Now it's Nedved.
Il numero 14. Il numero 21. Il
Vieira.
numero 23. Attenzione.
Decent
la sostituzione.
chance! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. They're up to 5 corners now. Nedved plays it short. And that has not gone well.
Milan really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Sends it crossfield.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And he welcomes it in. And that's a good ball. And the finish! It's in! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick...
Oh, terrible pass. And it's Neymar.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Rijkaard. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Neymar has it out wide and in space. Chelsea close now to seeing this one through to the end. Oh, this is a great position. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And he's in on goal. Van Basten! Really well taken goal. They have stolen level at the last. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter...
And that is that. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Passes short and sharp.
Well, if you ever needed proof that Gareth Bale is a big match player, you only need to look back to that famous night in Kiev, Peter.
Oh, quite so. Brought on just after the hour, wasn't he? And within a couple of minutes, he put his team ahead spectacularly. And then he helped himself to another goal late on and put the game out of reach.
Yeah, I remember it well, Peter. I was there. I mean, the first goal was magnificent, but he got a huge slice of luck with the second. OK, he struck the ball well enough, but from that distance, you would expect the keeper to deal with it comfortably.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Neymar, and he's made sure that's not getting through. Xavi Alonso. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. Good take, and is he in? Vieira.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Great chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
De Jong tries to clear. And this is Messi. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. Nicely aimed pass. And that's put paid to a promising move. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
So it is still 0-0. Vieira. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Pelé. Mbappe. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well read, and the danger is averted.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Neymar, very much a man of this moment. Pelé. And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Pretty robust defending.
Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. De Jong. Messi. Xavi Alonso. Cannavaro. Messi. Passing is crisp and sharp. 15 minutes till half-time. Messi. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
That has ended up in no man's land. Pelé. Oh, it's come loose. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Maldini. Vieira. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And it's Vieira. And here's Mbappe. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. So, power or guile, what's it going to be?
It's a very good position, this, and the right distance too.
Vieira. Now that is a hefty challenge. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Maldini. Played back into the centre. Araujo. Now it's Bale. Xavi Alonso is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Vieira.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Looking to play him in. Neymar. And the first 45 minutes are up. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Solid. Very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And the action is back on the way. So neither side has yet broken through. Bale. Araujo. And here's the chance to counter. Now it's De Jong. Bale going face-to-face with his great rival. That's a lovely pass. Pele. Pass somewhat off target. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now it's Mbappe. Now then, the ball's come loose. De Jong. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Goalless still, neither side really getting onto the front foot. Thuram. And he's in on goal. Played back in. And it's Vieira. Paris Saint-Germain appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And here's Bale. It's Bale! And that is wildly off target.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro
Both
18.
sides then taking this chance to turn to their
Le numéro
benches.
23. Neymar. Le numéro 9.
Great
Messi.
defending, strong
Le
and
numéro
determined.
21. À leur place, le numéro 5. Le numéro
Very few
5.
chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection of what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
Looking for options for movement. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Cannavaro. That has not gone well. Oh, there's a probing ball. Chelsea are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Pirlo. And Araujo. Rummenigge is onto it in a flash. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
What a throw in. Chelsea looking to pass their way through. Rummenigge. Araujo deals with that comfortably. Pull it. And the counter-attack could be on for Paris Saint-Germain. Vieira. And it's Vieira. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Look at the space here. Vieira. A header! Oh, it's hit the post. Shot a goal! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Chelsea have their second corner now. That has been knocked clear. Dinks one through. Brilliantly cut out. Pull it.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And it's come back to the keeper. And here's Bale. And here's Hullet. Nice interception, well timed.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
And that has left him in a heap. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Players have gathered round and they are clearly concerned.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Vieira. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Vieira plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Pull it. Couldn't squeeze it through. It's a good spell of possession, this. He's having a go! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Goes for a shot! Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game, everyone involved is absolutely up for it. The action has already started. And it's Vitinha.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball.
Goes for a shot! That was superb goalkeeping!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Chance! Firm header just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Lewis Skelly. Head over towards the opposite flank.
Good ball, that too.
Gravenberg. And it's Guti. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
I know it's still early, but they're showing the better signs. No caution from them.
Gravenberg. Here's Guti. Owen. He's cut it out. Chelsea are looking to break at pace. Gravenberg. And it's Guti. Showing good feet. Gravenberg is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Now it's Palmer. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Pelé. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Vitinha. Monaco trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Now it's Owen. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Tries to play it through. Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic! It's there! He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here, because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Chelsea have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Gravenberg. Palmer. Could move up a gear here. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And it's Guti. Owen.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Pelé. Driving forward. Ibrahimovic. Well timed, excellent interception. Vitinha.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Guti is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Palmer. And it's Guti. Vitinha. And Alexander-Arnold. And it's Vitinha. Messi. Ibrahimovic. Pele. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Vitinha. Vitinha charging forward, the ball... Shot, surely! It's there! They are right back in business!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop. Yeah, and he did well not to...
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1.
Un rappel à l'intention de nos spectateurs. La consommation de boissons n'est autorisée que dans les zones indiquées. Merci. Changement pour l'AS Monaco. Le numéro 2. Pour le remplacer.
And so we're off again.
9.
Messi is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. That's an excellent interception. Lewis Skelly, and it's Guti. Palmer. Gravenberg. Some really good ball movement. He's looking wide. Gattuso. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Guti. And Gravenberg. Monaco looking to pass their way through. And it's Palmer. Gives it back. Rijkaard. And it's Guti. Can he get on the end? He's had a shot! Goal! Monaco! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Monaco get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Alexander, he's given it away.
Le nombre de spectateurs pour ce
Right
match,
here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Alexander-Arnold. Now Saliba. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Lewis Skelly. That's Guti. And it's Rijkaard. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick.
Changement pour l'AS Monaco. Le numéro 10.
Ah, now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Nuno Mendes. Alexander-Arnold. Rijkaard. And he's forced to go back. And Alexander-Arnold. And that has left him in a heap. Threads one in. Just eases him off the ball. Gravenberg. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Palmer. Owen is onto this. And it's Rijkaard. And here's Palmer. And Gravenberg. Rijkaard. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Now Saliba. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Palmer. Lewis Skelly. He's on it, can he get away? And here's McAllister. To McAllister. McAllister goes on a run down the left wing. And this is Owen. Laid back. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Ibrahimovic under intense pressure.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Rijkaard. Oh, that's clever. McAllister. And it's Rijkaard. Now it's Palmer. Palmer looking to penetrate opposition lines. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nuno Mendes. Now Saliba. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Monaco finding their passes. Not too much to add on here, just a minute. It's a good spell of possession, this. And there goes the final whistle. Chelsea illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with, but as we have seen so many times, they ended up with nothing.
Votre attention, s'il vous plaît.
How would you summarise what we've seen today? So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And already we're underway here.
Giuliano Belletti will undoubtedly have a very busy game here, Peter. He's good going in both directions and has a very impressive engine.
One of those who's become a cult hero for every club he's represented. Famously, of course, 3 years in Catalonia and 1 goal, the winner in a European final.
Yeah, well, who could forget that? But first and foremost, I see him as someone who always puts in an honest shift. He'll do everything his manager asks him to do and will rarely let you down.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. Rijkaard. It's Gullit. And here's Haaland. And it's Salah. Now there's a... Haaland! That's a half-decent try.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
Mohamed Salah. Gullit. Mohamed Salah. Stood up well to him there. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Robertson powering forward here. Park Ji-sung. Park Ji-sung gets flagged offside. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism.
There's the shot! He scored! There is the breakthrough! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Takes a shot! Off the post! Just off target.
I think his face smacks of disbelief as opposed to disappointment. He thought he was about to score.
Ibrahimovic. Oh. Decent chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Gullit dominates aerially so often. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Gets a good foot in there. Now it's Haaland. Now it's Mbappe. Haaland. Vieira. And if you have just joined us, still just 1 goal between them. And the score is 1-0. He's found a way through. And it's Gullit. Park Ji-sung. Gullit. That's Rijkaard. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Gullit. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle.
This is about as perfect a free kick.
Bullets!
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And now a sudden chance to counter. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Gullit really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
That's a shot. Chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Punched away. That's a super give and go. And he whips in a cross. Big header!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Gullit. Rijkaard. Driving on and making good progress. Park Ji-sung. Gullit. And here's Mbappe. Takes a shot!
2 added minutes has been
That
indicated.
was no routine save.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And here's Mbappe. Gullit. Aviati claims it, safe hands. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Chelsea head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Chelsea carrying a 1-goal lead. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it's Rijkaard. Looking for options. And the finish! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
It's their second corner of the game. Vieira gets it away. Corner number 3 coming up. Chelsea are looking to go forward now. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ronaldinho. Gullit.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Gullit. Gullit plays it in. And a chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Vieira actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 2 then. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now they can spring out of defence. This interception, his positioning was spot on. teams still separated by the game's only goal. Not the most accurate pass. Van Dijk. Oh, can he get onto this? Rijkaard. Now it's Haaland. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, that's neat.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. Looking for a runner. The message is clear, none shall pass. Vieira can so cleverly bypass the press. Suarez looks to get on the end of this. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. He's on it, can he get away? The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe. I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Ronaldinho. Oh, well measured. Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez with the cross. Bayer deals with that nice and simple. Park Ji-sung. Nicely shaped ball. Just about up to 75 minutes. Cannavaro. Ronaldinho in acres of space out wide. It is a corner.
Substitution on the field.
So, third corner of the game.
Ronaldinho. Number 20, Suarez. Number 10, Bullet. Coming on the field, number 21, Bertio. Number 24,
That has earned a reprieve for the time being.
19, Messi.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Foot in. Messi. Vieira. Is that a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Mohamed Salah. Could move up a gear here. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Saka. And he's been shifted off it. Adams calmly anticipates. It's a really well-measured ball. Knocks it into space. Out to the right. Fires it in low.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Messi providing an outlet on that flank. I think we're just about done here. Played out to the left flank. Oh, there's a probing ball.
There will be 3
Gabriel
minutes added
is a
time.
man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now that looks a decent ball. Conte. That's at the end. Chelsea have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Ibrahimovic claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very
And a
little
quick
room for
reminder
argument.
today, everybody, to make sure to put any
So what do you
litter
take
in the
away
bins
from it all?